Good morning. Here, Jita gave me an extra child, but that's okay. They're all our children. I have 8 children. I'm from New York City, where we experienced 12 years of Mayor Bloomberg. And by the time we pushed him out and he left last year, after closing 162 schools, only 12% of our Black and Latino children were graduating college and career ready. I said 12%, right? But what we didn't hear on a national level, which he had access to, was those numbers. We heard the lies about how closing schools was working, how testing was working, and opening up more charters was working, and it was all a lie. And so the Journey for Justice Alliance is not about, the power in this is that our truths are being told over and over again. And those are the truths that no one else wants to talk about. And it's always those dirty little secrets that we have to always get out there, because they're the ones that everybody wants to sweep under the rug. And so while we love our president, and many of us probably, if not all of us, voted for him, the policies, the educational policies that are being passed down on the federal level are dismantling our public schools and hurting our children, especially our Black and brown children. And as we stand here today as Journey for Justice, telling our truths, making a plan, organizing ourselves, we stand with the young people who sit in these schools every day, who have been organizing and walking out, not because they don't want to be in school, it's because they want to be in school, but they don't have the resources to ensure that they are in there, right? We stand with them over and over again. We stand with parents. And if no one else can share their truths about what's really happening on these policies, if no one continues to ask us how they're working, we can tell you over and over again, they're not working. And I'll end with this to say, the corporate reform agenda has been a failure. I don't know how many ways we can cut it and split it and dice it around. It has been a failure. But more importantly, we have lost our moral compass in regards to children, and especially children of color. And if we cannot see that we are damaging them and hurting them, if we cannot listen to their voices as they walk out of school and march and organize, then we are doing a disservice to this country. And if this is about educating all children, then guess what? We're doing it all wrong.
That's right. That's right.
So we encourage people to read our report, Death by 1,000 Cuts, which is available at www.j4jalliance.com. As Zakiyah said, I don't know how many ways we can slice it, but no matter where you go, whether you're in New York, Mississippi, Patterson, New Jersey, these policies are ripping our communities apart. Right here in Chicago, since 2002, only 18% of the schools that have replaced closed schools perform well. That means despite the fact they can pick the children they want and kick out the children they don't, only 18% of their schools perform well. So again, that is high price, status quo, and it's unacceptable. So next, we would like to have longtime community organizer Rebecca Fernandez from Patterson Education Organizing Council from Patterson, New Jersey.
Good morning. Again, my name is Rebecca. I'm with the Patterson Education Organizing Council in Patterson, New Jersey. And we came here from New Jersey today because there is an assault on the education of Black and Latino children across the country, from New Mexico to New Jersey, from LA to MA. The issues that are affecting our children nationwide, and they're affecting Black and brown children very specifically. In Patterson, New Jersey, we have a total school enrollment of near 29,000 students. And 19 students this year were found to be college and career ready. 19. So, you know, the reason that, I'm sorry. The assault on education for Black and brown students, the reason that we're here is because this is a civil rights issue. Because this needs to be forwarded, and this needs to be understood as a civil rights issue. This is affecting the future of our children, and we need to. We're here today to ensure that they have a future.
Throughout this country, very few places show the damage that's been done by corporate education interventions in Detroit, Michigan. With a few exceptions like New Orleans. But in Detroit, Michigan, the entire school system has been turned upside down. In one of America's proudest cities, we see that the education of black and brown children is not a priority. Good schools are not a mystery. I'm saying it again, good schools are not a mystery. They have certain ingredients to them. So when good schools are denied our community, when our schools struggle, it is our responsibility. As Zakiyah said, our moral compass must make us make a real examination. What corporate education interventions are doing in our community is equivalent to going to the doctor, saying that you have a headache, and 5 minutes later you're getting brain surgery. No diagnosis, just rip it apart. And the lives that are lost, the education that is sabotaged in the process, is collateral damage.
Yeah, right.
This is not a game to us.
No, it's not.
This is not a game to us. So if we have to get arrested, if we have to mobilize, if we have to file Title VI civil rights complaints, what we bring to this fight is love and sincerity. And so one of the benchmarks, one of the shining examples of that work is someone in our movement, we call her our Harriet Tubman. This woman, since I was 5 years old, has been on the front lines of education justice in Detroit and also around the country. We have to honor our heroes while they're here and recognize that our lead, we determine who our leaders are.
Yes.
And so Journey for Justice is honored to have as a partner the president of Black Parents for Quality Education and Keep the Vote No Takeover, Ms. Helen Moore.
Thank you. Today we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, Sojourner Truth. We're here to tell the truth. And we hope that you participate in telling that truth. Because many times when there are problems in our community, especially with education and our children, the media does not grasp it, nor do they print it. So today, you're going to find out that people that exist in Detroit, and I say exist, are just surviving. Because we went from, in 1973, from over 300 schools, now we're down to public schools of only being 93. And this has been done by the takeover of the corporations and the Republicans and the governors of our state who have decided that they know best for our children. But today we're saying to you that we know best for our children.
All right.
We have the sustainable school transformation, and we have the fifth option.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're applying those options, and we're applying what we need for our children. And we're saying to the corporations and those who do not love our children, are not doing the right thing for our children, get back Jack.
That's right.
Today, and we're saying to the world, and that includes the president, because some of these policies are not what's good for our children.
Amen.
The racism and bigotry is hitting us all in the face.
Yes.
And you need to acknowledge that. So I'm here to say to you that we don't do second-class citizen well. We don't do second-class citizenship well.
No.
We will not let you send our children back to slavery.
Amen.
So, as our leader, Harriet Tubman said, we could have freed more if only they knew they were slaves.